Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Well, hello everyone. I am the Grumpy Blogger, uh, doing my number 8 episode. Somebody the other day wrote in my comments that cut your hair, old man. Well, it goes with being the Grumpy Vlogger. You know, some days I'm shaved, and for those of you that are listening on the podcast, you don't care if my hair is cut or not. You know, if you're just listening to the audio, if you don't like my haircut, you can always go listen to it in the audio. Just remember that you can find me on anchor.fm, Spreaker.com, Spotify, uh, the iTunes Store, and a bunch of others out there. I've lost track now. It's starting to really get up there, and which is good. And I owe most of that to anchor.fm because they just make it so simple for you to do the podcast. And you know, all I got to do is, and if you're wondering what I used to edit with, what I started out when I first few episodes, first 4 episodes, I think, maybe the first 5, the first week, I just did it live using StreamYards and then had it set up so where it was not uh, public until after I got through looking at it. And then I download the audio, and that was hit or miss. Okay. So what I my good friend at Greg Kunert at Oz by Drone said that he told me a couple of ways to do it, and I apologize for that beeping sound. That's something going on in on the TV. I'm monitoring Judy on the monitor, so I have the volume turned up a little bit. Let me turn it down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Volume's turned down a little bit. I can still hear her, keep an eye on her, and all of that stuff. So, but yeah. Uh, so, anyways, what I'm using is the Power Director 365 suite. So I record this on vMix, drop it in. I have to stop in the middle. Uh, it just really blends it right on end, and you know, I can just stop this and then go right into the next one. So uh, it works pretty good. So, and then I use the Power Director 365 Audio Director, and uh, and I just drop the video that I produced, and I drop the video in there, and it just take out the audio files and then upload it. Real simple, real easy to do. So, if you're looking to get into podcast, check out Anchor.fm. Really, a lot of features there for free. You know, and they you know, if you guys listen to my podcast, you're going to hear the little info blurb that I do in the beginning of it. And that's because I get paid to put that on there. So, you know, if it's on YouTube, you don't have to listen to that particular little part, but you'll hear me talking about it because I'm going to talk about it because it's something I really am enjoying doing. So I'm a little late getting started today, run behind. I had some housekeeping to do today. I had a bunch of boxes I had to take out. And you know, I don't know about you, about your part of the country or your part of the world. Uh, we've just switched to these new curbside trash collectors. You know, it's the guys don't have to do anything but pull up, stick the arm sticks out, lifts it up, drops it, you know, puts it down. You know, they're they're making it so automated that they don't really need trash men anymore. And you know, I guess they're trying to save a buck, but I can't see spending, you know, $75,000 on a truck you know, that in 5 years will probably have to be replaced or be rebuilt. And what they're spending on those trucks and maintenance and everything, they're going to end up having to, they could have kept an extra garbage man on, you know, been cheaper. But just my thought. So hey, let me bring this up here real quick and let's just get right into the news. As you guys know, uh, where is that? Uh, I apologize if you're watching this because I've got a new news thing here. Oh, there it is. So, anyways, let me now let's do it this way. Let me bring up. I've just done a new uh opening for my news, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, your Grumpy News Network reporter, and Grumpy News is part of the BS broadcast system. So, anyways, I hope you like that new little opening. If you see the video on YouTube, remember you can find links in the descriptions, both in YouTube. We'll send you over to the podcast, but let's just get right on to the news. Enough advertising. I've been. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Australian family finds deadly snake swimming in the backyard pool. A reptile specialist was called out to an Australian family's home when they discovered one of the world's most venomous snakes swimming in their backyard pool. Sunshine Coast snake catchers 24/7 said in a Facebook post that a family in Palmwood, Queensland contacted the group when they went out to use their backyard pool and discovered the water was already occupied by an eastern brown snake, one of the most one of the most venomous species in the world. The snake catchers who responded to the home said the snake likely fell into the water accidentally and was unable to climb out due to the pool's high walls. The man was able to catch the snake safely when it attempted to flee into the pool vent. All right. And what's this next one? We've all been dealing with COVID and all of that stuff. And don't forget, I have links in my description where you can go buy your Grumpy Vlogger COVID mask. But anyways, dealing with that, a Philadelphia airport announced it has employed a food delivery robot to make it easier for passengers to grab a meal in a contact-free manner. Philadelphia International Airport unveiled Gita, I don't know, GITA, a robot with a 40-pound capacity cargo bin for delivering food orders to passengers waiting for their flights. The robot uses Bluetooth to follow an airport at your gate representative through the airport to the location specified by the customer, who can order their food from the airport restaurant via order@phl.com. Okay. Now, more than ever, we are looking into forward-thinking and innovative regarding our contactless ordering options. Megan O'Connell, PHL Food and Shops Marketing and Customer Service Manager, said in a statement, Gita allows our guests to customize their experience by choosing how much or how little human interaction they want to have having their food delivered. The airport tweeted a photo of Gita, and it looks like a pregnant Roomba. In my opinion, a big one. Looks like it's having a baby elephant. Anyways, let's see. It was compared to the droid from Star Wars films. Yeah, it's like a short R2D2, and a little bit bigger than BB-8. For those of you who follow that. Anyways, now you aren't in Tatooine Airport Or no, you aren't tattooing the airport. That is a robot of PHL Airport delivering food from PHL food shops merchants. The airport tweeted, starting today, guests placing orders via order at PHL might have their food brought to them by Gita. The pilot program begins Tuesday and is scheduled to run through April. Philadelphia has a complicated history with robots. In 2015, Hitchbot, a hitchhiking robot designed by Canadian researchers, had a planned tour of the United States come to a premature end when the robot was found dismantled and damaged by unknown vandals in the city. So apparently Philadelphia doesn't like robots. So I didn't really do a lot on the news today. Oh, here's another one. What's this one here? Okay. Wildlife researchers in Florida said an annual bird survey led to the discovery of a highly unusual visitor to the state, an Iceland gull. They must be preparing for global warming, getting used to the warm weather. The Senable Captiva Conservation Foundation said staff members and volunteers participated in the 13th annual Florida Winter Snowbird Survey. And while snapping photos of birds of the east end of Senable Island, researchers noticed a white gull. Really? Not all gulls were white. Anyways, the researchers snapped a few photos of the bird before moving on to help an injured pelican nearby. But later, review of the pictures determined the white bird was an Iceland gull. The Conservative Foundation said it's extremely rare to see an Iceland gull in Florida, as the species generally spends winter nesting in Canada. Okay. All right, and that's what we're going to do for the news today. I'm just going to, let me hit this one more time. And that was our news. Well, I hit the wrong one. There we go. Okay. That was our news for today. It's not much, but, you know, I thought I'd do a little something. I've been doing some stuff around the house. For those of you who are just following me, back on the 15th of January, my wife Judy had a stroke, and that's one reason I've gone from doing strictly the vlogs where I'm traveling around Muskogee, Oklahoma, and talking about the sites and showing sites occasionally, to where I'm doing this sort of format. That's what I was looking for, format. Because my time with Judy, of course, is obviously important, and it's the most important thing, but I'm discovering little things. A good friend of mine, Steve Carpenter, mentioned that, you know, watch, and so did Ron Lockwood. Both of them asked how she was doing with the frustration. And up until a couple of days ago, she's been dealing with it pretty well, but she's starting to feel herself again, but she's still having trouble communicating. She has it's called expressional aphasia, which is the result of a stroke. It affected her language center of her stroke. And she's really pushing sometimes to get further along than she's able to right at the moment. And yesterday was a challenge. Yes, Monday and yesterday were challenging days for me, because I was trying not to speak for her or answer the question too soon, because that kind of, she gets her focus on something, she's trying to answer it, and if I give her time, she usually gets within reason. It's a very interesting thing watching somebody recover from these things. So, you know, that's a little bit of what I'm going to talk about, or what I'm talking about right now or the reason I'm talking about is because, you know, that's what we've been dealing with. And, you know, the mind is an interesting thing. It's something that you don't think about. You don't think about the things that can be affected like that. But one little stroke, and in her case, she doesn't have high blood pressure. Uh, she had a 30-day heart monitor on her, and we sent it off. It actually went out yesterday, but they'd already sent all the information in. I had the information back last night. Just that simple. I already had it. Hadn't even they picked it up, and I don't know, probably an hour later. Of course, it's picked up by UPS prepaid. An hour later, I got an email saying that they had the information because they'd uploaded it. It was uploading it automatically uh, Saturday, so which is when it finished up. But so there's nothing wrong with her heart. That's good news. Um, Other than some tachycardia that she's had problems with, and but it's just an interesting thing. So leave a comment. Of if you've ever had to deal with this and how you help with it. She's decided that we've missed so much of the speech therapy, and it's really wasn't going to be doing her any good. Part of it is she's a little stubborn. She wants to do it her own way. So I'm working at picking up some exercises for uh, to help with that. But anyways, each day I'm going to try and hit on a different subject, talk about different things. Uh, I'm hoping to have a guest on either maybe by next week. I'll have my first guest on. So uh, if you would like to be a guest, if you're one of my regular subscribers on my YouTube channel and you're not camera shy, feel free to shoot me an email. Link in the description, I believe, or you can go to uh, grumpyvlogger.info and there's contact information there, and you can get hold of me. And I would be glad to have you on, and maybe expand the show to, instead of 20 minutes, maybe expand it to 30 minutes or even an hour. We can do, and of course, I always do a 1 hour show on Monday live at 7 o'clock Central Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. But uh, that's it for the news. That's it for my uh, show today, or for my podcast. I'm really trying to keep this in a format that not only can you watch it, but you also, as I know the podcast listeners are not going to see all my fancy graphics, so that's okay. Uh, that's why I have little sounds and stuff. And but just know that I have really appreciated everybody's patience while I set this up and get used to this. And uh, I've appreciated all the support I've gotten from the YouTube community, from the drone community. Uh, it's just been really uh, great bunch of people out there. So uh, also, I want to say shout out to Rick Albert, keeping him in mind again. Uh, he's still in rehab, so he's still going through that. So, anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and do my quick sign off, and I should be back with luck in just a second with my final closing thoughts. Okay, I'll close off like I always do. Be kind. Treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. Remember, all lives do matter. Uh, Thanks to everyone for the prayers for Judy and I. Uh, Keep Rick Albert in your prayers. Marcus Crawford, because he's dealing with his grief. Ken Dona, who just buried his grandfather this weekend. Uh, Prayers for this great country of ours. You know, uh, as I always say, God bless. God help the USA. I'm out here. Bye bye.